You want another reason to not go to college? I've been ranting about their general education requirements for a while because it's really just bloat. They make up bullshit excuses all the time. But, you need this to be a more better rounded person, or everyone needs these skills. It's all bullshit. The real reason for general indoctrination requirements is so the school will milk more money out of you. It's like, oh, you can't graduate unless you take, X amount of gen ed credits. Now they're doing it with woke shit. An unprecedented move, Northern Arizona University to require 4 diversity courses to graduate. They're pretty much telling you, if you're not in school yet, don't go to this one. If you happen to already be in Northern Arizona University, transfer out while you still can. So nothing less than a diversity, equity, and inclusion revolution. In a move its own diversity curriculum committee has heralded as unprecedented, Northern Arizona University will soon mandate students take 4 diversity, equity, and inclusion courses grounded in racism to earn a degree. Easy solution, just don't go there, man. Problem fucking solved. Why would you be wasting your money? You realize in any given degree field, only about maybe a quarter to half of the classes you're forced to take are actually of any use to you whatsoever. All the rest is just bloat so the college can leech more money out of you. They just keep adding more bloat. They're not adding more useful stuff. They're just adding more bloat. The new grad requirement is scheduled to take effect in current year +2 at a large public university located in the regressive city of Flagstaff, enrolling some 29,000 suckers. The 4 diversity courses must come from categories on global diversity, indigenous peoples, intersectional identities, and U.S. ethnic diversity, according to an internal memo from campus administrators. If you guys aren't going to believe this bullshit, we're going to force it down your throat. Just wait till they do that China-style brainwave monitoring to make sure you're actually indoctrinated and not just pretending. The 12 credits of diversity requirements were approved on October current year -1 as part of the university's updated general studies program. General studies, basically that translates to a bloat, useless degree. So these diversity perspectives courses must embrace the philosophical underpinning of identity politics, reported Saylor, a research associate of the National Association of Scholars. Now, according to the notes of the university's libel, not liberal, libel studies committee, foreign language courses fail to qualify for diversity designation. Why? Because they do not incorporate critical or racism, for which the diversity curriculum committee expects the courses it approves. So, doesn't matter if you take actually diverse courses. If it's not the government, well, or in this case, university mandated brainwashing, it doesn't count. The course requirements are the implementation of diversity strategic plan drafted in fall of current year -2, which focuses on prioritizing the university's attention and resources around DIE. So while the plan called for an increase in 20% of students taking DIE courses, the general studies requirements approved by the Arizona Board of Regents on October 1st, current year -1, apply to all students. All students must waste a shitload of money on bloat. Arizona taxpayers' state funding of Northern Arizona University comes down more than $132 million annually, which should be cut down to 0 at this point. So Northern Arizona University representatives did not respond to the College Fix's request for comment. I mean, I don't blame them for that. I wouldn't talk to media that's obviously hostile to me either. Matt Beinberg, director of indoctrination policy at Goldwater Institute, told the College Fix via email, unfortunately, DIE programming appears to be crowding out more scholarly and civic-minded content through higher indoctrination and around the country, including in Arizona. Yeah, parents, if you think you're safe because you live in a red state, you realize that even in red states, the school boards have pretty much been overrun by communists, right? Because they're the only ones who cared enough to actually vote in those elections. DIE policies are not uncommon in Arizona state schools, including an Orwellian campus reporting apparatus at the University of Arizona, which encourages students to report each other to university authorities for politically incorrect or biased speech, according to Beinberg. Don't give them your money. Don't give them your time. So unless or until the state legislature acts to rein in the universities, they will likely continue requiring students to spend enormous time and money to sit through these courses if they wish to earn a degree. Well, you could also just speed this up. Like that's the solution I'm going to opt for. Just speed it up, man. The sooner they crash and burn, the sooner it'll be over. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off instead of doing it slowly. Just let them sink themselves. This is going to work out in our favor, trust me. State legislators should look seriously at whether our publicly funded universities should be allowed to force students into these courses as a precondition for earning a state-issued diploma. Well, if the state doesn't do anything, then they officially sanction this. Keep that in mind. If you live in a red state and your red state government keeps throwing your taxpayer dollars into these brainwashing institutions, they support it. No, Saylor, who wrote the shitty journal article, also published a report for the National Association of Scholars in May current year, titled "Indoctrination for Citizenship: A Case Study." It spells out the prevalence of dye mandates at Northern Arizona University, as well as the University of Arizona and Arizona State. Arizona universities, through their commitment to dye, have redefined their civic mission through a new lens, that of oppression, power, privilege, and a narrowly defined group identity. In other words, they increasingly teach Arizonian college students that American history and government have been and are systemically oppressive. Well, they kind of are, just in the opposite direction that they're brainwashing, and that they can only fulfill their civic mission by transforming every putatively oppressive aspect of the country's politics, society, and culture, Sayers' report argues. And all the rest of us are now on the lookout for these activists, and we are actively gatekeeping them. Arizona's system of public higher indoctrination is undergoing nothing less than diversity, equity, and inclusion revolution. And remember, not all revolutions are successful. Some of them even end up like the French Revolution. So after years of bloodshed, countless people dying horribly, the end result is they got back the same government they fought to push out. So it was all for nothing. I'm just glad I'm done with college. You couldn't even force me to go back, even if work paid for it.